Okay, I'm chuckling here because I don't have a good way to indicate shadow Pokemon yet. Archer and Barry here were thinking it was funny to just use purple Minecraft fire, and I love it. So that's gonna be our shadow Abomasnow. And so I don't know how many battles we got here, but Barry Fonzie here wanted to share, and these are basically rank 1 battles with a pretty meta team. Nothing extremely exciting going on there, but I figured, you know what, I'm still happy to cover any gameplays you guys share with me. I'd really like to on the channel, so just contact me on Discord, link below, and I'll happily cover them. So this is an interesting matchup because Slowbro, while being a water type, doesn't usually carry water gun. They definitely can, and it's not terribly uncommon, but most run confusion. So Shadow Bone is actually a pretty good move to be going for to get that extra super effective damage, and catching the Psychic on the Azumarill was questionable. I mean, obviously it's a good swap berry, but I don't know. I would have just shielded Marowak, maybe kept the lead, but perhaps he's just trying to swap out and stay safe. However, if it was baiting an Ice Beam, which is rather likely, catching that on the Azumarill would have been fantastic, although the Marowak would have resisted that as well. So essentially, he just got a shield and a bunch of chip damage, and then he's throwing the Bone Club just to try to deny any energy, but he also got a shield out of it. So I would probably shield this. Yeah, take those couple of fire spins and just keep on going down. And he's blind swapping into a Alolan Marowak, or Alolan Shadow Abomasnow. That's interesting. That's also a Seadra. So this is definitely part of what I was looking forward to in these battles. Rank 1 battles, everybody. So we're just getting whatever people are carrying. That is a Butterfree. I have never in my life seen a Butterfree in Pokemon Go Battle League, and that might be the last time, or at least for that trainer. That is not exactly the most impressive Pokemon to use, unfortunately. I wish, well, that's not a Butterfree. That's a Beautifly. My bad. Yeah, Beautifly and Butterfree are both kind of but so Snorlax is kind of a trick. I don't think you have a really good response on this team. I think banking the energy on Alolan Marowak is a good play. You don't really need to shield anything there. He went for Superpower. Yeah, Fairy typing resists fighting, so you definitely don't want to be doing Superpower on that one. But yeah, I think just going straight play rough here is fine. You do not need to shield. This is probably a... Whoa, he's still going Superpower. Okay. The only technique I can even think of here is that he's just denying Berry energy, but that doesn't really make sense because, yeah, it's not even powered up all the way. I think these are just newbie battles. That's okay. That's okay. But I will take this time to talk about the fact that this is, I mean, obviously you can tell by the stats, this is not a level 50 Azumarill. I don't even think any of us can afford that, in our community at least. Okay. I guess he's just trying to get ahead on energy. He got the Fire type out. Not sure what the plan was there, Barry. I mean, Energy Ball would have done a lot more neutral, and you could have farmed down with Azumarill. Barry, what are you doing? These are supposed to be newbie rank 1 battles, not from your end. Oh my goodness, I expected more from him. That's okay. In that case, when you win lead or win swap like that, he was 1 bubble away on that Snorlax, and he could have absolutely stayed in with Azumarill. So I'm not... Maybe he's just getting a little extra excited, you know? That's fine. That was a Galarian Rapidash. Did we all just see that? Fairy Psychic? Okay, it is what it is. And, oh my goodness, the queue times are non-existent. I love to see it. So, yeah, the battles aren't super trimmed. I might skip ahead as needed, but yeah, I'm starting to dig this overlay. I put a drop shadow on the text now, and I think it stands out a lot better. I feel like this overlay is just going to get better with every single video, and I didn't even pay attention to that. Did he just swap? I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted, but honestly, this is a good matchup regardless. Okay, an opponent agrees. The opponent concurs. Maybe he just had no response to Azumarill there. I am not really sure, but no, this was a case where the screen didn't crop quite as perfectly, so I figured I'd fill in the space with a little blue. Thought that was better than just empty black space. Okay, so Snarl, this is bad. Charm, it's okay. I think that's Charm. I can't totally tell. It is sped up a little quick here, so yeah, baiting is definitely good. Got the shield, and he's gonna swap out. So in this case, I would maybe stay, because this is, if these are rank 1, you know, newbie battles, that is most likely a Flamethrower Electivire. Oh, he just got hit with a Wild Charge. Yeah, I would farm all the way down. All the way down. He could have Flamethrower. A lot of people might be using that Community Day move. I did look up that's a Wild Charge still. I did look up the battles, actually, and they're pretty, not the battles, but like the the matchups with that move, and it does seem like Ice Punch is still better in like pretty much every league. I guess he was just trying to do some chip damage. I don't think Energy Ball would have one-shotted, but now it's definitely going to get very close. Great job on that one. Seriously, that was really good, Barry. Getting it low and then farming down with a Azumarill. You don't really need to shield anything here. Close Combat and Crunch are both going to do very, resisted damage, and I think this is just an easy play rough and win. So yeah, that was a shield that you might as well have used. It's not like Gramble can really threaten Azumarill from that health range. So pretty clean cut battle on that one for sure. So definitely a good trick. Like when I mean, Shadow Abomasnow is brutal with energy. Did he cut out some battles, or was that seriously 5 already? I think he mentioned that a couple of these were newbie, and he might have split them. So let's skip ahead. Oh, a little too far. All right, tap, tap, tap. Let's get into it. How much you want to bet he's running Triple Charm? I actually got against a rank 1 game where I got against a guy who almost beat my... Like, this was an annihilation. Galarian Stunfisk, who was not ready for it. It was clear-cut, somebody using an experienced team versus somebody who just used what they had. But he had a Wigglytuff in the back. And, almost beat me, but we were okay. So this is a matchup that I've been mostly talking over because it's pretty boring. Dugong definitely needs to land a Water Pulse to win this, or an Aqua Jet, which is not recommended. Aqua Jet is such a flex. It is worse than Water Pulse in pretty much every way, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know that Aqua Jet is less energy, but Water Pulse more than makes up for it for the more damage. So the only reason you'd ever run Aqua Jet is to just use an extra Elite TM and show everybody how good you are at wasting money. But yeah, you definitely want to run Water Pulse on that. However, Water Pulse or Aqua Jet needs to be landed to win that matchup, and in this case, I don't really know. I would go straight for Hydro Pump here, although he is Shadow, so maybe Play Rough is going to do enough damage. Maybe he can get some farm down. No, yeah, I definitely would have gone for Hydro Pump there. If you are going to run Hydro Pump, Barry, what are you saving it for? That is a shieldless Shadow Hypno, which also, by the way, apparently Shadow Hypno performs a little worse than the regular one regularly. However, maybe he was just giving both shields to Abomasnow because he knew that, yeah. I think Barry knew that there was, like, no real way to lose that matchup, and I guess I lost track of the fact that there was a Venusaur and maybe Azumarill was dead weight on that team. So I think he outplayed me in that game. But oof, these Q times are wonderful. Yeah, rank 1 battles are always interesting because you either get against somebody who really knows what they're doing or somebody who's just using whatever. That's a great lead. That's a not good swap. I would have gone into Azumarill immediately. You don't really need the extra energy on that case because the Alola Ninetales is going to be losing to the Fire Spin damage. Bone Club, my goodness, Shadow Bone isn't going to be threatening nearly as much as just the Fire Spin in general. So swapping to Azumarill immediately. See, now he's tanked 2 foul plays. And while this is a very heavily weighted towards Azumarill matchup, because of that, it's still not extremely good. Now, Play Rough, probably the better move here. I'm thinking he can get off 2 because that looks to be a Charm. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe Hydro Pump would have just been the better way to go there. And he's swapping out. So that is Double Dark team. Yeah, Charmer in the lead, Double Dark. That's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't even have thrown that. But honestly, chip is chip. In this case is another interesting one where I looked this up as well because I was using Abomasnow and I wanted to know. Weather Ball is better to be running because it's more energy efficient. So if you're going to be getting off multiple, you definitely want to be using Weather Ball. But if you want to just get some hard damage off, I guess, if you're only going to get one move, Energy Ball is the way to go. But this is a brutal battle. Now, he is Shadow, so those foul plays are going to be hitting quite a bit harder. But yeah, so this is why you need to get your swaps up to speed, and like this is why you need to get your swaps as fast as possible. In this case, you need that Weather Ball for Umbreon. I would have definitely swapped early because Alolan Marowak's not really going to be threatening too much here. I guess a Shadow Bone with the defense drop would be like the way to win this, but I'm pretty sure Foul Play and a little bit of Snarls are all that's going to be needed. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe a Shadow Bone would have... I think a resisted Shadow Bone still does more than a neutral Bone Club because Bone Club is so weak. Oh, I don't know. How much can Shadow Abomasnow resist? Is he going to be able to Powder Snow down by the end of this battle? Wow. Okay. That is definitely one of those examples where Shadow gets all of your bonus. Because the way that I think of it conceptually is if he has enough health to survive, then the extra damage is just bonus. Because in that game, clearly, even with a 20% lower defense, he didn't die. So all he got from that was just a bonus 20% damage the whole way through, and it clearly was enough to clutch that game. Whether or not a normal one would have won, I'm not sure. This one is interesting because Azumarill is your best response, but it's probably a safer swap than Abomasnow. And as we saw, Abomasnow can handle Umbreon just as well. And that's an interesting swap in. Okay, I'm not really sure if a Waterfall Gyarados is good against an Azumarill because you got your Aqua Tail, Crunch, even if they're running Hydro Pump. The only thing that could do any amount of damage is, nope, Outrage is resisted too. I think Azumarill is a complete wall to Gyarados, so not really sure what the plan was here. Umbreon is kind of a wall to Azumarill as well. In that case, Barry, when somebody switches in a Pokemon that's, weak to the one that you're using, maybe keeping the Azumarill alive is what you want to do, and that's exactly what he did. He gave up Swap, and nope, Roserade would have shredded Azumarill. Not sure what the opponent was doing there. Maybe that was an accident. I'm not sure, but 100% shield this thing, keep it in the fight. Weather Ball is going to be spammy on the other end there, but I believe this is a Community Day Weather Ball. He did apologize, I think. Well, maybe not. He addressed the fact that these are in Spanish, but this is a pretty common team that he's using, so I'm pretty sure I can keep up. And yeah, he left. So he was about to throw the Energy Ball. In that case, you have tons of energy. Weather Ball spam is the way to go. That would have been completely fine, but I think the opponent agreed that game was over because there was still a ton of health on Azumarill. Like, it was in the red, but it definitely could have taken some Snarl damage. I'm assuming Foul Play would have been enough to take out Azumarill, but nah, he was fine. So again, swap immediately. Get out of there. Why are you here still? Okay, maybe he just wants to chip it to get in Abomasnow. I mean, that could be fair. Chip it with this, and then Abomasnow double shield. Oh, he's going to mirror with the Azumarill. All right. Anybody who's been doing PvP as long as I have is going to appreciate this, but basically they're just spamming. They're spamming Play Rough. And is he going to shield or not? Okay. Yeah, no, this matchup in, like, real time literally takes, like, 20 or 30 seconds. Or longer. I think it's 30 or 40 seconds. It's a brutal matchup, but they're essentially just spamming Play Rough, and you're trying to sneak in a bubble wherever you can. That can make the difference in a matchup, and we'll see down the line if that comes into play. But yeesh, a Scrafty buffing itself. He's going to be really happy that he kept that Azumarill alive now. Even with as much health as it does have, this is definitely gonna go right into it. He's gonna force a shield. Now in this case, that Scrafty is very boosted, so some counter damage and a little bit of lag there. Probably a power-up punch. If he throws a Foul Play, this is great. Okay, yeah, definitely a power-up punch, and oh man, how is he going to finish this? Is he going to do enough damage? One Foul Play would absolutely nuke into Alolan Marowak, so that is game. Sorry about that, Barry. Power-up punch can be very, very oppressive, because not only does it get shields in the process while just ramping up counter damage that you can't prevent, but if you find yourself with a Pokemon weak to Foul Play in the back, man, there is not much that a double boosted Foul Play doesn't threaten very hard, even when it's resisted. So there we go. Alolan Marowak and Alolan Marowak. We got a shiny on the other side, so Barry has no hope. But he does have a very weak to Alolan Marowak Abomasnow in the back, and Azumarill's a pretty good response. So, okay, he's going to go right into the swap. That Alolan Marowak that just swapped out has a ton of energy, by the way. In this case, he's probably just going to sack the Azumarill, so he's going to get off as much damage as possible. But if he does end up shielding this Azumarill, I will have recommended, okay, so he's just sacking it. Yep. If he was going to shield the Azumarill, then obviously double Play Rough. But in this case, I don't think you need to shield that. It is resisted. It is Shadow, so it still would have done a lot, but maybe just, yeah, okay. I was going to say throw 3 Fire Spins, then Bone Club, but I didn't realize it'd be CMP tie. Yeah, he's just going to tank it and farm all the way. Ooh, okay. You didn't need to do that. He had just dumped his energy, but that's okay. I think he undercharged it when he realized. So I think in this position, he can definitely shield, and the opponent, if they're smart, is going to try to swap here. Yeah, no, he shouldn't have shielded that. That's okay. No, it's not okay. No, it is definitely not okay. Yeah, you definitely got to use your shields where they're required. That's okay. Oh, Bone Club. And Barry's still giving up. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I think swapping out into the Azumarill was a little ballsy, because when you are that weak to Alolan Marowak in the back, you got to take care of it as well as possible. But it was still a 3-2 set, which could have definitely been a 4-1 or even a 5-0. So GG, Barry. Very good job. And thank you for sending me the battles. I really appreciate it. If anybody else wants to send me some battles, please do. Contact me on Discord, link below. Google Drive is the preferred way, but I might set up an application process down the line. I should probably do that sooner than later. But either way, I'm easy to contact down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And check out the Mew video that I uploaded recently. Very, very, very fun battles. And I'll see you guys in the next one.